Journeys is recorded at Doghouse Studios. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube to keep the conversation going. Remember, if you like the content, like the content. Hello, today is Monday, April 11th. I'm Chad Jones, and welcome back to Journeys. How are you doing today? Good? Good. It's Monday, which means more episodes, but it also means a new week, which also means a new topic. And this week's topic is purpose. We're talking about meaning and purpose. Yay, super simple, super light topics. However, talking about meaning and purpose wraps around to the whole concept of this. Like, the reason I'll pick these topics is I really want to find meaning and purpose within Journeys itself, and we got to find a reason why we're doing this, not just for me to talk, not just for me to talk at you, but the reason for me to talk at you, and the reason that you guys continue to listen, comment, and subscribe and like. Welcome to YouTube. It's a funny joke that's I was talking to Tyler yesterday, and he's like, do you ever think that your kids are just going to think that means goodbye? Like, you have your parents over, and it's like, okay, say bye to grandma and grandpa, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, bye. It's like all just one long bye-bye. Yeah, I hope Liam doesn't ever get to that point, but we'll see. We shall see. Maybe he'll be a YouTube star because he's adorable right now. But yeah, meaning, purpose, point. What is the meaning of Journeys? Well, the meaning of Journeys is to kind of let me have a platform in which I can talk and feel and emote myself, but it's also another form of platform when I have guests, where I have people who I think are interesting, people who I think have stories to tell, who might not be famous, who might not be big names, but they're just normal people who I'm attached to, people who I love, people who I think are interesting. And I'm trying my best to bring out the most interesting parts of the conversation with them, just on a normal person-to-person basis. Like, that's what I think a lot of people need in their lives, is just like hearing a person who's just a regular person, who isn't driven by money or success or power. They're just a regular person trying to get by every day. And I think that that's a very important perspective to get from a lot of people. And I mean, obviously, Journeys, I'm trying to find ways to bring on more people a week. It's just hard with time. It's very hard with time. That being said, I still do want to bring a lot of people on. I still want to have more guests reoccur and just kind of update and see what happened the last time I talked to them. And hopefully we can get like a better picture of how they've progressed, or what they've thought or done or said since they were on Journeys last. But I really trying to drive home purpose and meaning. This weekend, I gotta be honest with you guys, I had alcohol. I drank all evening Saturday, and then like had a couple drinks yesterday that ultimately kind of consumed my afternoon and my day, and I feel bad. I learned my lesson already. Back to the no drinking. I'm gonna try to go until let's say indefinitely for now. I just think that that's the something. And I mean, I was thinking about it, like, why do we deny ourselves food? Why do we deny ourselves anything? Why do we put limitations and stipulations on anything? Why don't you just eat cake like crazy? Why don't you do why don't you just indulge in everything in the house all the time? And is it, well, that's the purpose to limit yourself, is ultimately take care of yourself. If everything's unlimited, if snacks and drinks and weed and alcohol and everything is just always at your fingertip, like, that's dangerous. That is such a dangerous game to play. And I'm not a fan of it. I am not a fan of having all this access to me, because I'm definitely just somebody who binges on everything, and I'm so tired of binging. I'm so tired of feeling like I'm not in control of everything. And I don't know, I don't know. This weekend I wasn't great with my medication either. Saturday I completely missed it. Yesterday I just didn't want to take it. I'm a bad person for it. No, I'm not a bad person, but I don't know. It's just another thing where I didn't acknowledge the purpose of it and the intent of me feeling better. One thing that I've seen is that intent and purpose are definitely intertwined. If you have intent, it gives you a purpose, and if you want a purpose, the intent is usually there to follow. So that's the thing, is if you want to make something, if you want to create something, if you want to do something, you have to have the intent to finish it. The intent to, once you start it out, to see it through. And that ultimately gives you a purpose. And that's the thing with journeys, is I don't know how long this is going to be seen through. I don't know if this is something that is only going to last for a couple more weeks. I don't know if this is something that's going to go on indefinitely. But it seems like Monday to Friday is a really good thing. I think it's Easter on Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Easter Friday. So I don't 100% know whether or not I release on holidays. I feel like I want to, just to give you guys that bonus episode. Maybe let's call it the holiday bonus episodes. And I don't know, I'll figure something crazy fun out that's way more fun than just hearing me talk over and over and over and over and over. Oh, you get it. So, again, kind of establishing the point of journeys, which was to, again, just keep me updated, keep talking, have my creative output, put pen to paper to write, put pen to paper to draw, put pen to paper to just kind of have a concept to myself. And it's growing, it's changing. I like that there's more people involved. I wish more people would comment. Guys, it's very important to have this conversation going, not just for the algorithm, because the YouTube, I don't really care more about that. I just want to hear what other people are talking about. I want to see other people comment and share and have conversations on the YouTube channel, because a lot of people are saying, like, well, I'm listening and I have thoughts. Just talk. These are other people, regular people too. Your voice is as important as anybody else's, and I really want to hear it. And it's not just for the algorithm, but the algorithm is nice. So, out of curiosity, I wonder if you guys have ever put thought to this. So my question of the day is, have you found a purpose? Do you have a purpose? And if you think you have, or if you have for sure, what is it? So have you found your purpose, and what is it? And it doesn't have to be a huge purpose. It can just be, my purpose is just keep going until I can no longer keep going. If you have a more definitive purpose, like I'm put on this planet for X, or I was born for Y, tell me what it is. It's really interesting to have people who actually know what they're here for, and what they really want to do with that time they're given. Having that intent, having that purpose is just nuts, because I feel like at this point all my purpose has become is just what everything else around me and everything else I've already put in place. For example, I'm a parent, can't change that. I have animals, don't want to get rid of them, so I can't change that. I have a house, so I got to keep working. Have food I have to provide, so again, got to keep working. So my purpose is really just narrowed down to just existing to make money for my family in a way, but that's not really like what I would say my purpose is. I'd say my purpose is to continue to live and hopefully find some way to touch the lives of as many people as I can. That's what I would say my purpose is. Trying to get my story out, and hopefully there's lessons that can be learned from my story. Lessons like, what was a comment? Life is too short to learn from your own mistakes. You got to learn from others. It's kind of like what Journeys is like, here's a list of everything that I'm inadequate about, or a list of things that I feel I'm inadequate about. Take a lesson, learn, try to expedite the process by saying, okay, well, Chad messed this up, I'm not going to mess that up too. And I think that's a very important piece of life. Very important piece of life is learning from other people's mistakes. But with that, I'm going to just wrap up my thought, and I'm going to take a little break. I'll talk to you on the other side. So I'm going to talk a little bit about times in my life where purpose and meaning were very clear, like high school, where the purpose of your life is to just do work as hard as you can, get good grades, and hopefully move on to college. And my purpose of high school was to just get through high school. I don't know. I don't know if it was that I was lazy. I don't know if there was just other thing. I'm pretty sure it was just, it boils down to laziness. Because that's where a lot of my flaw is just I don't want to do the thing because the thing is the thing that I don't want to do. I hope that makes sense. You know what really sucks is when you delete audio that you thought you recorded and it's been like 7 minutes, so now you got to go back and talk for another 7 minutes. That's great. But hey, you know what? I decided to do this. So I did just post a little video of my kitty cat getting pet. Initially, I had talked about going to pet my cat, but then somehow I overwrote something, and then I couldn't bring the audio back. Anyways, regardless, let's get back into the episode. So, like I was saying, some people's purpose and some people's meaning are actually derivative of others. And I think that I was talking about it, and I think it's ironic that I was talking about it because I said, well, let your meaning be listening to this podcast and let my meaning be talking to you. And let us figure out that even if that is just our purpose for now, which is to just interact in this minimalistic way of listener and, I guess, talker and listener. And then once the episode's done, reverse it. Talk to me. You let me know your thoughts on meaning and purpose. What does meaning and purpose mean to you? What are meaning and purpose? I mean, like I said, do you have a purpose? And if you do have a purpose, what is that purpose? But in a side way, I also want to know, like, what does that mean? What is this week going to encompass for you? What do you think people are going to be talking about? What do you want to hear in meaning and purpose? Do you want to hear more about little purposes I've had over the course of my entire life that's taken me here along the journey? Do you want to hear about intentions I've had that I've never followed through with? Because I've had a lot of intentions, and that has given me a lot of purpose until the intentions go awry, and then that purpose disappears, because that's how it kind of works for a lot of the time. Let me know what you guys want to hear this week, or how you want the conversation to go. But moving on to why I guess this started is because I was really looking at the podcast and saying, well, what is this? What do I want to accomplish with it? What, by the end of all of the episodes, do I want to be? Do I want to have a destination? Because it would be nice to have a finale episode that's like, well, here's where I started, here's how it sounded, here's where I was, here's my first episode, and here's where I am now. I don't know. I haven't really thought about the end of journeys because I still am trying to do it every day. But I know there will be a time where this will end, and maybe something else will replace it. All things must end. All good things must end. Everything must end. But for now, I'm just going to try to keep building, keep working on this, and hopefully keep the conversation going. Remember, guys, good evening. That was weird. That was so odd. I don't know who the hell that was. That was a weird guy who just came into my room and just started talking. Yes. So, I would like to make the purpose of this enterprise, I guess, is something where this is my hobby, but if I could find a way, again, everyone knows I want to monetize this. Everyone knows I want to make some kind of income doing this, but I don't really know where to start. So if you guys know where to start, I know Rob sent me ways to record on Discord. Guess who's going to be my first guest this week? Rob. Because you know how to do this and you got to show me, so we got to work on it together. That is probably the next step, which is to just start bringing on more guests. And especially if I can record remotely, that just means I have to put more off time work than just like my regular Monday to Friday. I'm thinking about adding guest episodes more or less to like a 10-minute talk on one end or the other of the guest. And just so that way I can expand the episode a bit and still get content made every morning, because I think that's the habit I want to build most, is just making sure that there's content coming every single morning. Because if there's not content coming every single morning, Monday to Friday, then I have done something wrong, at least in my own eyes. This is gonna be a fast week, especially if it's with Easter coming up. This is gonna be a quick week. Yeah, and then we got Annette's birthday, which is going to be really exciting. I don't think I got her a single surprise. I got to find a surprise for her. Because at this point, I don't know. That's another issue that I want to kind of talk about at another time, is just like my lack of, like, this weekend really was, there was no purpose to this weekend other than just like, I'm not working, I don't want to do anything. Which is weird because we went to the Leafs game, which was great. Logan had, you know what? Let's talk about Logan's first hockey game. Yeah, Logan is absolutely the cutest thing ever. And I'm reassured of that every time I take him anywhere. Because everyone's like, he's a kind of a baby. And I'm like, I know. It's a pretty cute baby. And they're like, I'm not done. There was a point where like these guys were like, that kid's so cute, and then these like women walk by and they're like giggling and laughing and waving, and they're like, oh my god, what a lady killer. And all I said was, yeah, if my wife died, I'd do okay. My family's pretty cute. And I'm not wrong. My family is cute. It has nothing to do with my skills as a human being or my looks. I'm just saying, like, come on, ladies, you know you want to be all up on the Liam, Logan, Samson train. They're adorable. They're just so cute. I just kind of come along. Yeah, he's here too. So before the game, we ended up going to the bar. We went to Beer Market, which was cool. We actually had dinner and played peekaboo with Logan, and everyone was just watching him. It's so good to walk around with that kid. He's such an attention magnet in general. Not just like a women magnet, which he is, but like an attention magnet where even like guys were like looking at him and waving, and suddenly you have these like burly, bearded 35-year-old dudes like suddenly like 8-year-old little girls like, oh my god, he's so cute. It's just funny. It's just funny seeing adults, like grown men, that you're like, if I wasn't here with a child and we were both drunk, we might get into a fight. But I'm here with a child and you're like, that is the cutest little thing ever. But we went to his game. Oh my god, the Leafs game was so good. They won. They clinched a playoff spot. Matthews continued to expand his lead for most goals for a Maple Leaf in a single season. Not only that, Logan was on the Jumbotron with his sign. He's so cute. Everyone was like, oh my god, that's the baby that was on the Jumbotron. He's so cute. And then we got a game used puck at the store, which was cool. He got to meet Carlton. He was awake for that. There's a cute picture of him and Carlton. He's like, oh my god, that's a big bear. And then I gotta text this guy because he was so nice to us. This guy Lorenzo was a couple seats down from us, got Logan a little Carlton teddy bear, like a little backpack thing, and Logan loved it. Like immediately he was just like, oh my god, this is my favorite toy. Started sucking on his nose. He was so happy. He had a big smile on his face. It was just a great game, great trip. Cannot reiterate how much I loved it. And looping it back to what was the purpose of that? Well, the purpose of that was to have a great time. My family watched Liam and Samson while we went down, which was really nice. They had a great time. They had a blast. The next day when I went to go pick Liam up, he was like, I'm not going home. I was like, we gotta go home. And he's like, no. So I actually went and I picked up a net, came back to my parents' house. But that was, it was it was a good weekend. And then, yesterday we just chilled a little bit, got a little bit of choring done. And, now it's Monday again, back to work. So this week is shortened, but I will be here Monday to Friday. If you guys want, just, comment, talk about your purpose, talk about purpose in general, and if there's any direction you want to point me in, be my compass. Seriously, be my compass with this episode. I want to hear more comments. That's all I'm going to keep nagging, and that's all you're going to hear. So, for Monday, April 11th, I'm Chad Jones. This is Journeys, and I will talk to you on another time.